Hello everyone, we greet you all, and today we visited the Anidef shelter.
Hello from Anidef as well.
We actually started our cooperation by offering Anidef the opportunity to test our products. These were mainly CBD drops, hemp oils, there were also some ointments, treats and so on. Please tell us, after these 2 months, what experience have you had and what can you say about the products from Zelena Zemlya?
Absolutely. So our experience has been positive. And if I start with the general stuff, for example, we give the hemp oil to absolutely everyone. And we have to say, even though we were a bit worried at first that compared to salmon oil, it wouldn't have the same effect.
And you actually tested our CBD products for dogs as well. So what kind of feedback do you have on them? What has your experience been?
With those CBD drops, we kind of see them as magic here because they're really great. Right now, our shelter is full, including a lot of bull-type dogs. So there, we're trying to calm them down and, in quotes, tone them down a bit, even though we also try to let them burn off their energy here. And not just to calm them with this supplement, but we have very positive experiences with it. Of course, it's really a combination of everything, whether it's activities at the training ground or just the fact that they get used to the environment a bit and we understand them better. And the CBD drops really help us a lot with that. And that's exactly where we give them a slightly higher dose to help calm them down a bit and generally to tone down their incredible playfulness and just to help settle their minds, which are always coming up with something. But then there's the opposite example when we have older dogs here who, for instance, are very skinny and need a bit of encouragement to get back into life. And in those cases, we give them a smaller dose, really just like 2 drops 3 times a day, something like that, depending on their size. And we've had incredibly good results with that as well. Again, as we always say, it's truly a comprehensive combination of everything possible because these specific CBD drops aren't the sole supplement we provide to them. They also receive the beneficial oil and other similar essential things. But right now, we even have a nursing mother here, which is an important consideration. Whom we've already started on it, and now I'm actually mixing up the meal and the byproducts.
Sure, I think maybe it's more likely the meal because that contains a lot of protein.
Yeah, exactly. And then with all of it, we found that the dogs gradually start to gain weight. Of course, it's a process that takes a longer time.
The meal definitely helps them gain weight.
Exactly. That's just what we needed. She had 8 puppies and the puppies are already pretty big, like little sausages, so she definitely needed a bit of help. And I have to admit, we hadn't tried CBD drops yet in that case.
But you definitely could. We can discuss that together later.
Yeah, we'd like to know that because we weren't sure if nursing mothers or nursing female dogs can use it.
Maybe I'll share an interesting fact about that. Actually, CBD is naturally present in mother's milk. We even have a great article about this, for example, for women, showing that they don't have to be afraid of it during pregnancy, and the same goes for pregnant dogs or lactating female dogs.
Great! So we've actually just weaned the puppies now since they're already... Well, they're still in some contact with it, but they're also starting to get their own food. And so we wanted to ask if there's a way we can help her a bit with those CBD drops. And for us, that's great. We only had one case where we had to stop using the CBD drops, and that was actually with our cat, Andelka. But in that case, there are some more serious health issues, and it wasn't that the drops didn't suit her or that there was any problem with them. On the contrary, at that moment, we just didn't see any progress because we're still trying to figure out everything that's wrong with her. When she came to us, her eye had fallen out, her jaw was broken in several places, and she still isn't able to eat on her own. We're dealing with some internal issues. So at the moment, we've actually stopped.
The story of your dog Max has actually been quite widely covered in the media. Max is actually a bit antisocial, partly because of his breed and partly because of what he's been through. And in his case, we also recommended the drops. We said it's about comprehensive treatment, but that maybe you could start working a bit more with Max, or rather his trainer could. How do you perceive the use of the drops in this case?
I'll just mention we're actually standing here in front of our Max, whom most people probably know and associate with Anidef. So no, we're not talking about that Max sick right now, but we're actually talking about Max. We call him Max White. He's the one who now has a special run kennel down there, for which we even raised money on Donio, and we really want to thank everyone for that. And exactly as you said, the complexity played a big role there. We can go down there to see him, but he'll probably just react to us as strangers, and during feeding time he reacts the way he does, that is, he barks at us and so on. But with our trainer, I can even send you some videos. She responds really well. Again, there were several factors that somehow contributed to his progress. But again, one of the factors was also the CBD drops he gets, and he gets them in fairly large amounts. I think they actually help him too. He does take some painkillers, but I think the drops complement them really well. He also has those health problems with his legs and actually with his knees. Exactly.
That's just how it is with Asians, Central Europeans.
So we've seen progress there as well. Of course, we're not going to say it's just because of the CBD drops, and we're not going to claim it's the only remedy or anything like that, but it really has helped us beautifully just to move him forward as part of his overall treatment.
Perfect.
So, as I said, the shelter is full right now, isn't it? Unfortunately, we even have to turn animals away because we simply don't have enough capacity, and the animals shouldn't be here if we can't accommodate them. It's not fully cooked the way we'd like. We could really use some more CBD drops, oil, and hemp meal. We even have...
She didn't want to pee.
Because she hasn't been accepted since they were twins. And she still has 2 black ones, but he's a bit more timid. This is Jasminka, and the girls are actually raising her here. They arrived on the 2nd day. The girls who work with him usually aren't allowed to bring him food.
Yes.
He just keeps himself in check.
Take a look here.
If that would help in some way.